Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, September 16th. I wanted to make a quick video about something that I thought about over the weekend and I thought about a little bit recently, and that is using the word average when it comes to the average American. So, a lot of times when I'm training people, we're talking about nutrition, we're talking about physical fitness in a way like what does the average person's strength is, what's the average cardio, what does the average person look like or feel like or eat like. And right now, the average person, so 51% of the population, which would mean that's half, is obese. Okay, now if you watch any of my videos, this is a hot topic for me. I think I keep making videos like this because I keep being bothered by the fact that there's so many people overweight. But now obese. 51% or so of the population is obese. That means that the average is either overweight or obese. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that the average person is listening to what the food pyramid says and they're eating that way? Does that mean that the average person simply does not know how to eat? I don't know the answers. I know that I don't eat like the average person, but I don't eat like an above average person either. I think I eat normal, like in a normal manner, in a very close to ideal manner, because whether I'm missing workouts, making workouts, no matter what happens, I always weigh about the same. And I know that I should probably be a little bit lighter, maybe 5 pounds lighter or so. I could be a little bit more lean, but I can still run pretty good. I can still do pull-ups and all that stuff. I'm still able to do a lot of things that my clients cannot do, and I have some very fit guys. That being said, there's a lot of people in the gym there are a few people in the gym who are more interested in their own wellness and fitness than the above average person. Not only do they listen to what their trainer says and listen to what their body says, which is a huge thing, but they look up the information for themselves, and they actually come to me with really good information about what they learned with nutrition, about a little workout that they learned, about a kettlebell sequence they learned. But the average person, based on what the statistics are, and also based on what I see happening on social media, because social media, there's a lot of lies, but there's a lot of truths. And one of the truths is entertainment. The average person is obsessed with sports. The average person drinks a little too much. A little too much. And the reason we know this is because the average person is obese. So 60% of the population is overweight. 50%, so there's that 10% gap of people that are simply not obese, but they are overweight. Those people and the others are probably the ones that are spending way more time watching sports on TV than they are at either the gym or working out on their own, watching videos on why am I still overweight? Why do I always have to go to the cardiologist's office? Why do I always have problems with my digestion? I'm saying again, because I say it all the time, we should not be eating fucking dairy products. Period. If you eat dairy, when you eat it the way you drink alcohol. I like the shit. I like it. I want to drink beer. I want to drink a margarita or whatever the hell. I want to because it brings me pleasure. It stimulates the glands in my brain that make me happy. It releases chemicals in my brain that make me satisfied. That's why. But you have as much need for cow's milk as you do fucking wolf milk, hippopotamus milk. I don't know. Do they nurse? I don't know. Maybe. I guess. But people believe this shit. They believe that we should be eating the products of an animal that we're not even close to being like. And, you know, this is gross, but just as gross to always be drinking or eating dairy is chimpanzee and gorilla milk. Maybe we should start fucking marketing that shit, because that's going to be just as effective for nutrition as the other stuff. And if you drink goat milk because you heard it has less calories, I could give a shit. It's bad for you, okay? If nobody else is going to tell you, I'll tell you, okay? TV commercials, some doctors, and I can't speak for any doctors, but I know that after 15 years of training people, I know that I'll ask people who are not feeling good, whose stomachs don't feel well, who have acid reflux and all this stuff, and they're like, I talked to my doctor, and you know, they give you any nutrition advice. No, they did not. Or they'll say something about, yeah, you know, they told me I need more calcium. I went to the dentist with my sons, and they're like, yeah, if you want more calcium, you just eat more dairy. Fuck you know, man. Just clean my teeth and move on. Why is it that doctors get paid so fucking much to be so wrong most of the time? Okay? So many people are sick. So many people are unwell. Yet, so many doctors make shitloads of money. And I am sick of that. I am sick of that. Okay? I need to become louder, maybe a little bit obnoxious, maybe a little bit offensive. I don't know. But here's what I know, that I'm not going to be like pulling punches anymore when it comes to how I feel about wellness and all that stuff in this country especially. And the reason why is because I believe that the trainers, the people who are like in the physical therapy world, people involved with wellness and like the dietitians, they should be making the bulk of the money out there when it comes to wellness. Not the guy who's gonna put another thing inside your body that's made of plastic or whatever these things are made of. Instead of telling your ass to stop eating ice cream all the time, to stop eating burgers all the time, to stop eating pork. Pork's a filthy animal. It has parasites in it when it's at its best. Would you eat fit? Would you like, you know, go clean a fish? If you cleaned a fish and there was worms in it, I would hope you throw it away, not cut the worm out and then fucking keep eating it. That's fucking nasty. You know, if you found, unless you were starving to death, like you were literally a vagabond, homeless person, and you're out there crawling around in the muck and you find a half-rotten apple. Okay, if you have to cut the good part off because you're gonna die otherwise, okay, fine. But cheese and all these other fermented things that are partly rotten, and then we cut off the good part and we eat it and then we throw the rest away. You know, aged beef, rotten. Come on, man. What is going on? What's going on? You don't watch anything to do with wellness. You don't investigate or read books about wellness. You spend a lot of time being entertained, watching sports, watching the news, watching political commentary shows, sports commentary shows. You argue over who's the best of this or that. You argue over who's going to be your next ruler, who's going to lie to you just to tell you things so you vote for him. And you don't take any responsibility or action into finding out how to move this thing and be the best you. Not just organically, but on the other levels of spirituality, of integrity, of personal development, of being strong, standing up for yourself. This is not a plug for my gym, but more for what I'm about to say is about the mind. And that is the monofit mind. The monofit mind is a mind that is exceptional. That's thinking in a different way. Not always thinking about and being fanatical about your job. Not being a fanatic about fitness even. But putting things where they go, you know. One of my friends a long time ago told me don't step over dollars to make dimes, right? And of course, that just means, priorities, people who have side hustles who make hardly any money at it. And then maybe they wear themselves out. And then they're late to work the next day because they worked so hard on their side hustle. That would be maybe a little bit misspent energy. You got to definitely make sure you're sticking with that thing that's paying the bills for now. And then if your side hustle becomes your major breadwinner and your plan B becomes your plan A, more power to you. But you can't be stepping over that regular job that's gotten you where you're at, to where you have the freedom of thought to think about outside ventures. You can't disrespect that. But you know me, if you know me personally, you know that I'm king of side hustles. I'm always looking for something. And of course, the big thing right now is with the swim baits. But I'm getting a little bit off topic. But what I'm saying is this: if you're stepping over your fucking health to make money, or if you're stepping over your family, and what I mean by that is if you are so busy at work making money and you're always on the road and you're always doing this stuff and you don't spend any time with your family, you don't kiss your kids, you don't hug them, you don't talk to them, you don't interact with them, go do things with them. For me and my family, it's we go to the range, we work out together. DJ and I take jujitsu together. We go fishing together. We do things together. Logan and I get to do things together because I pick her up from school, and sometimes we'll go hang out. Sometimes she does rock climbing, whatever. But the thing is, I'm not stepping over my family for the sake of, well, I got to be at work and I got to do stuff. There's times when you need to do that, but there's a lot of time when you need to hang out with your family. So there's so many things that our world is telling us, we have to always be grinding, rise and grind and all that shit. Okay, well, how about rise and make your fucking kids some breakfast on a Saturday instead of bolting out the door again? How about rise and go to the beach? How about rise and read a book that's not fiction? Read a book that is a topic that's uncomfortable for you. And maybe that book has to do with relationships. Maybe that book has to do with, taking the next steps towards advancing your own career. Maybe that book is on nutrition. And maybe that book is on nutrition and it doesn't have an agenda. A lot of books are out there trying to get you to buy their stuff. At the end of the book, they tell you go to the website and buy all my shake stuff and whatever. And that's not how it's supposed to work either. So we got to start thinking for ourselves, or trusting somebody like me with the good data on how to get better physically, so that as we get better physically, we start thinking differently, because we're taking an active role in our wellness. I'm not saying that if you're, a middle to, retirement age person who's not currently doing pull-ups, that now you got to start getting out there and running the Marine Corps PFT. I'm not saying that. But if you're 60 years old, if you're 50 years old, if you're even younger than that, and you've got an extra 30 pounds on you, and you're just saying, well, you get older, well, I got kids and it's busy, man. No way. That's not an excuse. That's not acceptable. We have an amazing machine, organic machine here, and we need to take care of it, because if we don't, our mind starts to slip. A person who has become severely overweight grows very indifferent towards wellness. They start, instead of talking about their achievements, a lot of times they're talking about their ailments. And I don't want to live in a body like that. And I don't want anybody who I care about to live in a body like that. And you know what? Even the people I don't really care too much about, because maybe they have a family that loves them, and maybe those people are exceptional, And in 15 years of training, I've known people whose loved ones died and friends died simply because they did not take care of themselves. I would hear stories of a person's gradual decline over the period of 10 years. And some of those people were addicted to food. Some of them smoked. Some of them were addicted to alcohol. And some of them I knew personally. And indifference towards wellness can kill you. So if any of the stuff I said made any kind of sense, just do your own due diligence. I don't have all the answers. I have some of the answers. Maybe I don't answer the question the way you would answer it, but I'm always questioning things. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. If you are one of my clients and there's something that I've talked about that you are struggling with and I don't know about, text me, call me, you know how that goes, or just talk to me when you see me in the gym. But also, if you're not one of my clients and you want to contact me, that's okay too. But if you don't want to contact me, contact somebody who you respect and who you want, who you think has a good handle on whatever it is that you have a challenge with, and talk to them. And don't sit there with your arms crossed. Don't sit there being a naysayer and what about this, what about that, Just listen. Then research what they tell you. Research what they're telling you. Look up why I'm against factory farming and dairy and pork and all the other stuff that people say is good for you. Why I think that there's way better sources of calcium than, drinking milk and stuff like that. And really start looking for answers. If some people have never really been into fitness, and that's okay. But start learning about it from somebody maybe your age. If you're in your 60s and you think, oh God, how am I going to get there? Then talk to somebody in your area that might be really fit, that's your age, and maybe they can help you, whether they're a trainer or not. Some of the best people out there aren't even personal trainers. But you have to do something, because if you don't do something now, you're going to regret it. There's two pains, the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. And you don't want to wake up one day and it be too late. You don't want to wake up one day and you're like on mad, diabetes medications. You're on crazy, cholesterol medications, because that's no fun. And you don't want to be somebody who worked their ass off their whole life and stepped over wellness for a career. And now you're 65, 70, you're retired, and you get sick. Not because you got cancer or anything, but you got sick because you have diabetes and it's kicking your ass, and you're overweight and you have no energy and you don't have the mindset to conquer this. One thing I learned about achieving physical goals is it changes your mind. And one of the number one things it does is it teaches you how to believe in yourself. And when it comes to hitting your challenges head on, when obstacles come and hit you head on, that mindset could be everything. Hope you have a great day, great week. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.